Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us again at EBC10. We are at day 2, talking to the greatest and brightest minds of the crypto industry. I'm Alona Stein, co-CEO at Reblon PR agency, and I'm here now with Patrick Hansen, Senior Director, EU Strategy and Policy at Circle. Hi.
Hi, Alona.
How are you?
Good. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. How have you been enjoying the event so far?
So far, it's great. It's been a couple of years, actually, that I wanted to join, and I finally made it this year.
Very good. So you have kind of like an interesting title with the strategy and policy. Do you want to just share with the audience a little bit about your role and what you're doing at Circle?
Sure, happy to. So I'm Patrick. I'm Circuit's Director for EU Strategy and Policy, meaning I really lead our regulatory efforts and strategy here in the region. And right now it's actually great timing because we just announced our EU launch, being MiCA compliant and issuing both USDC, our US dollar stablecoin, and EURC, our euro-denominated stablecoin, in a MiCA compliant manner out of our now newly launched European regulated e-money institution.
Very nice. It's very exciting news.
Indeed, yeah. We're very excited, very proud.
Yeah, so you've been in the stablecoin industry for quite some time. How do you see it basically changing or being accepted by the industry as there's a different currency moving forward?
So I honestly think that now with the new European laws entering into application throughout this year, the stablecoin rules are already in place, and later this year the entire framework will be applicable. This is really building trust and essentially bringing the entire crypto industry into, let's say, a more professional light and also attracting more and more institutional investors. So overall, I'm quite excited.
That's very good. Where do you see the next step in terms of stablecoin adoption?
I think what we have seen so far in the last couple of months and years, that more and more stablecoin usage is independent from, let's say, more speculative trading use cases. So we have seen, for example, stablecoin in circulation decoupling from pure trading activity. So while, let's say, crypto trading volumes have rather decreased or stayed stagnant over, let's say, the last year, stablecoin supply has been growing. And I personally expect that trend to accelerate. Now with the new regulatory clarity, we see a new wave of innovations of startups building apps in the space. We see new institutions entering the market and really building use cases around payments, around capital markets, around treasury management that are tightly connected to real-world activity. And so we're excited about that shift from purely crypto trading towards real-world activity and utility.
Just out of curiosity, do you see any difference in terms of the acceptance of regulation and the stablecoin adoption comparing the US to Europe?
I think the European Union is certainly a few years ahead, as is always the case. The EU is always proud to be the regulatory leader and to be first. So there's certainly a time lag here, but I think everyone expects the US to follow suit soon.
Yeah. It will be an interesting time for the US right now, especially given their political environment. So what impact do you think the decline in interest rate will have on crypto throughout time?
It's always hard to make predictions. I mean, in general, probably the easing of interest rate will lead to greater investment activity, greater money velocity compared to just saving money and assets. And that traditionally has been favorable to broader crypto activity, broader crypto markets, and also stablecoin growth. For example, I think in the last easing cycle of the Fed, if we look back, that has really led to a stablecoin in circulation growth from a few billion to over 100 billion. And so we anticipate that the future easing cycle will also have positive effects on broader crypto markets and stablecoin activity.
That's cool. Anything else you'd like to add for our viewers?
I'm looking forward to speaking later on the main stage, and very excited to be here.
What is your panel going to be about?
As you may expect, it's going to be about EU regulation, so about the new rules, and we're discussing, what's happening around behind the scenes, how companies are preparing to that, what are still outstanding challenges. and how all the startups that are here can be overcoming those and become essentially regulated financial actors.
Looking forward. Sounds super interesting. Thank you so much
Likewise.
for joining us.
Thanks, Aloma.